we're continuing with the Jim Rohn. I don't know why every single time I say that I clam up as to what to call it, but it's a collection of works over the course of the years that he was actually preaching, not preaching, but giving seminars and everything like that. So today's reading was a little bit about personal development. I take this seriously. I wish I took it more seriously earlier in life. It's the thing that he said he struggled the most with. He said things came, easier. Some things came a little harder, but this one was something that he struggled with, and I can easily see why. And it's simply because to be lazy is so easy and so fun sometimes. I mean, who doesn't want to just sit down and do nothing? Yeah, so it's really, really, really easy to not pick up on some of these principles that people miss moving forward in life, and that's when they get into those excuse-ridden kind of trajectory where everything is somebody else's fault. This didn't happen, so I couldn't do this, or you told me this, and none of that, guys. It's literally on us. I mean, we have heard it our whole lives that life is what you make it. But as a blanket generalized statement, that kind of doesn't speak. But the words that we're going to share today definitely kind of add a little bit of substance to that statement. So, personal development. One of the first things that he said about it was that it's not what happens to us. Things happen to all of us. It's what we do with what happens. And I've heard that statement before in a different way or whatever, but it's still just as true. It's still just as relevant, and it's something that keeps you focused on moving forward, I guess, in a way. It's not what happens to us, that happens to us all. It's about what we do with what happens to us. Do we get up, fight again, or do we roll over and hit the snooze button and go back to sleep on life? Something else he said, and it doesn't correlate, but it actually runs right in. He was talking about, how spring always follows the winter, no matter what. And he's like, can we rely on it? He's like, for 6,000 years, since humans have been recording things, it's been spring, summer, fall, winter. Spring, summer, fall, winter, every single year. So I'll get into a little bit more about what the seasons kind of mean in a little bit, but it just kind of went right with what we were saying just a second ago. So the other thing that's really difficult about this journey of personal growth and mental progression and working on yourself is going to those dark places of yourself that you don't like. I went to some really dark places and realized that for a long time I was a liar, and I would justify it so many different ways. It didn't matter, man. I would lie to get my way. I would lie to make me look better. I was a degenerate bullshit liar, just almost pathological in some respects, and I had to come to grips with that. And for me, it's there is no more lying, and it's crazy. Just the amount of lies that I've told over my life. Anyway, the statement that kind of goes with that kind of thought process is, what you have, you attracted by the person you became. So if life is always handing you lemons, stop making lemonade. Make something else. Go to a different kitchen. Like, eat a steak. Like, throw the lemons away. I don't know the answer for you of that saying, but if life is constantly coming for you, look inside. Look inside, and you will find that you are. Then I mean, I'm not speaking to anyone in particular, but you'll find that you're probably a degenerate. You're probably not anywhere close to the person that you portray yourself or you think that you are, if you're honest. And that's what makes this whole thing difficult, is people don't want to be honest with themselves. People don't want to go to those dark places because it's hard. It's embarrassing. It's difficult to think of yourself like that. It wasn't difficult when you were doing it. So why is it difficult to reflect on it and move forward? I don't know. I literally been that guy for a while, for a long time, longer than I ever wished I in life. But here we are now. We're on the road. Hopefully, it's the right road. I'm believing it's the right road. Cool. So moving right along. If you will change, everything will change for you. That's a statement that I hope will live in infamy in my life. Those two back to back for the rest of my life. Because I don't like what I've been getting out of life. And that's why I'm going on this journey to hopefully get to the spot where I can pull positives from everything, where I can be as successful as I see for myself, where I can be as responsible as I see for myself, as much of a leader as I think that I'd like to be. I'm starting on that journey now. Way too fucking late, but hey, we're here. You know what I mean? Everyone's road is everyone's road. So why try to travel in somebody else's time frame? It's your life. It's your time frame, and it only happens when you make it happen. So that was a bullshit little lazy asshole for a long time, and I hopefully am changing scripts. You should too. But moving steadily along here. To have more. I mean, these are just, they're so blanket and pretty and cute little sayings. But when they finally start to resonate, when they finally start to give you that aha, that epiphany type of moment where you can actually put foot to boot and take some steps forward with that ideal or that discipline in place, it's hard. Because until you're there, it's just a cute little saying that you're like, of course it makes sense, but it doesn't mean anything and it doesn't do anything for you. So to have more, you simply have to become more. Goes right along with, getting more out of each and every hour instead of just sitting on the couch watching TV. Sorry, not sorry. Now we get into some fucking cool ass sayings and or statements or quotes. Earl Shoaff was Jim Rohn's mentor. Like, I'm making Jim Rohn my mentor. But so these words, as far as I know, were put together by Ed Shoaff or Earl Shoaff. I'm sorry if I'm messing up his name. Rest in peace, both of them. But these are fucking cool sayings, man. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. How fucking cool is that statement, man? Because how many times have you wished the situation you were in was just easier? How many times have you looked back and been like, God, I wish that was not so difficult, man. Or God, I wish this was so, not so difficult. Or God, can I just get a break? Why are you asking for a break? Ask to double down. Ask him to give you more and then ask to be better in those situations. That's what I'm starting to do. I hope you follow suit. And I hope God does too. Like, you heard that, God? Did you hear that? Like, I'm gonna need you to show up. Anyway, um, don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Like, what the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? Like, that is so cute and so, you know, generalized. But bro, that is fucking genius level, brilliant shit right there, man. Don't wish for less problems. Because how many times have you wished that this would just go away? That your car would just get better or whatever it might be for you. Wish for more skills. Right? So this one is starting to mean a lot for me as an executive chef, because now I'm dealing with people. Well, I'm dealing with people's livelihoods. You know, what you make an hour is how you pay your bills, is how you teach your kids, is how you feed your kids, it's how you feed yourself. It's it's how you have a roof and provide a roof over your head, and that's important. But we have to remember that if we want more money, we have to give more of ourselves, man. We gotta be better. We have to bring more value to the marketplace, and then we'll get better. He gave a story about, and I mean, this is, it tells you how old the seminar was, but he was talking about the owner or the president or whoever it was. He didn't give a name or a title, but it was like the guy that leads Disney. Apparently, the year he was in and saying this seminar, that guy made the most money in the world, and it was $52 million for the year. And he's like, is it conceivable that a company would pay a man or a woman $52 million for a year's salary? Of course it is. If that person helped that company make $1 billion, 52 million is chump change to that kind of Skrilla. So don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. The money will come. So this also, blew my mind, and it was what you make an hour. You're not paid for your time, right? And people get it misconstrued because it's so and so an hour, this amount per hour. So if I'm there for 8 hours, I will make this much. True, adjacent. It is a true statement. But we don't get paid for our time. We get paid for the value that we bring to each hour. And if you're in a situation where you're not making a lot of money, or you're making little money, and you're going to your boss, your CO, your chef, your execs, and thinking of asking for more money, you have to do a personal assessment of what value you're bringing to the company. What value are you adding to the team to deserve more an hour? Did you go out and get a new skill? Did you go out and get a new discipline? Did what you do add to the bottom line of the company? And if the answer is in any way, shape, or form no, even in the realm of the possibility that it could be no, well, you have to ask yourself, do you deserve it? And the answer is absolutely not. You don't deserve more money just because you showed up for work. Like, I have 3 employees that think just like that. I gave a couple people a raise because they earned it. They earned it through their merit. And one of them came up to me and was like, yo, I heard you gave everybody a raise. When am I going to get my raise? fucking never, bro. Because you have a shitty attitude, and the way that you approach your boss about a situation like that is just fucking bullshit. Now, backstory about this particular employee before you think that I'm a fucking asshole. Every time I ask this kid to do something, it's, oh man, why you gotta go ahead and do that? You know, we didn't have the equipment to keep lettuce the way that it should be kept from a professional kitchen standpoint, which is in a large Lexan, cut, washed, dried, and with absorbent paper towels down at the bottom so that your lettuce doesn't get wet and start to die, right? Simple. Well, we didn't have the Lexans to actually do that, so we were putting it in like 22-quart containers, Cambros, which is more of a straight up rather than an out. So you're still adding all that weight of the item, and in this particular case we were talking about romaine, but you're adding all the weight down this way instead of spreading it out this way. So the more you condense things like lettuce, the more moisture that will find itself in the middle, and then when you get to the middle, it'll all pretty much be rotten. And it happens all the time. All the time. So we finally got the Lexans in that we needed, and I walked up to him and I was like, hey, person, let's do it this way. And then I showed this person exactly what I wanted. Oh man, here you go again, changing everything I gotta do again. Why you gotta keep changing, bro? Like, why you gotta keep doing this? Well, one, why do you have to keep questioning me? We didn't have what we needed, now we do. So I'm asking you to do it correctly. And I showed you exactly what I mean and walked you through it and told you why. I don't know, right? So also, the same employee has no called, no showed on me twice. I believe that this person wanted a 3-day weekend and decided to go to Walgreens and get a COVID test and just say that a doctor sent him to it so he could get, 48 hours off until his test results came back. The same employee also filled a to-go box with risotto, and I just found out about this today, or I would have wrote him up for that when it happened. But so this kid steals, this kid has a horrible attitude, a chip on his shoulder, does not want to learn, and does not take dictation well or teaching well. So, I mean, literally this person is a cancer in my kitchen. So, don't jump down my throat too bad when hopefully I didn't allow you to know, the gender, the race, or, the name of this person. And if I did, my bad. But, we don't get paid for our time. We get paid for the value we bring to the marketplace or the value we bring to reality, our job, whatever it is. All right? So if you're not very valuable, you are not going to make much money. Plain and simple. If all you can do is one thing, then you're replaceable. You're expendable. Because, man, as a cook, you can't just do one thing. As a cook, you can't just rely on one skill. I mean, I gotta rely on brute strength. I gotta rely on elbow grease. I gotta rely on creativity. I gotta rely on plating ideas. I gotta rely on people. I gotta rely on so many different things. I gotta get pulled in so many different directions. I need people that are able to handle more than one thing. And this kid is very much not that, but wants more money. Well, I'm sorry. You're not bringing any value to the establishment. So, unfortunately, I can't give you any more. You haven't earned it. And, this person is a younger person, but, I don't know when and why or how, you showing up for work just automatic. You showing up for work and going through the motions, half-assing everything, and always having an attitude about when someone's trying to teach you something or tell you something or help you in your career. I got no time for you. And it's just the way it is. We are the product and the direct result of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Well, I don't want to spend the most time with you because you don't add value to the marketplace, reality, or my personal existence. Sorry. Hashtag not sorry. But anyway, moving along. So and he literally said, these are called the facts. And I love the way he says things, but it's whatever. It's start, become more valuable. You can't get rich by demand. It's really fucking simple, right? So that was on the way to work. On the way home from work, we got a little lesson. God, 20 minutes in already? Jeez, these little things go by fast. I'm sorry, but hopefully you're pulling something from this. But anyway, I'll try to make the second half a little bit faster. So learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I mean, I just heard this tonight, so I haven't had a lot of time to reflect on that. But work harder on your mental progression, work harder on your mental growth, work harder on being a better person, and that hard work, those seeds that you're sowing will hopefully find their way into giving you. Like I said, I haven't had time to reflect, so this anyway. So the 4 major life lessons, and one of the things he said was don't spend major time on minor events. I mean, again, another blanket generalized statement, but it's fucking brilliant. Like, don't spend major time on bullshit. If she ain't working out, if y'all are fighting all the time, if he's a fucking asshole, don't spend all your time trying to make it better. Just fucking cut it and run, man. I mean, trust me, I'm not the kind of person that is like, well, this ain't going well. Bye, we're breaking up. No, I mean, I fully understand the grass is greener where you water it, not the other side. But there becomes a certain point in time where you realize that, hey, this person isn't for me. And instead of trying to brush off the things that make them not for you and turn them into the person that could be for you, just cut your loss. Like, you both figured out that you don't belong together. Stop trying just because the sex is good or she's cute or he's sexy. Dude, there's 7 billion people on the earth. And one of my lonelier times, I did the math, and a very roundabout number, but there's about 11 million people that are in the age range of people that you are attracted to, that you would be attracted to, that you could find a relationship with. I mean, 11 million people. We're not 1 in a million. We're fucking 11 million and 11 million, or 11 million and 7 billion, or whatever it is. We're not special until we're special. And just showing up, going through the motions doesn't make you special. Just because you're alive doesn't make you special. Sorry, kids. Mama lied. You're not a princess because mama said so. You don't deserve the world because mama said so. You deserve the world because you add value to the marketplace and you work your fucking ass off on all facets, including your mind. So, sorry, rant over. Anyway, so the first, and another thing, another blanket generalized statement: you can't change your seasons, but you can change yourself. Simple. It's simple. Hard as fuck, but simple. Life lesson number 1: learn to handle the winters. They come right after summer or right after fall. It was pretty much recession always follows catastrophe. Good always follows bad. And it's been like that, and that's where we get back into the seasons, right? Spring is always going to follow the winter. There's always going to be a new dawning, a new arrival, a new awakening every single spring. You have to rely on it, and you have to learn how to handle the winter so that you can get to the spring, right? So don't wish for, wait, hold on. Yeah, so stronger, wiser, better. Just do it. Just get stronger, get wiser, and be better. Like, it's really simple. Hard as fuck, but simple. And then another of one of those amazing, genius, brilliant statements. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. Again, man, again. Don't wish for more less challenge, wish for more wisdom. Life lesson number 2 is learn to take advantage of the spring. Plant in the spring so you don't beg in the fall. And you're going to do 2 things, you know. So one thing you have to do is plant and sow your seeds in the spring, so that you're not begging in the fall. And I guess a little bit more into that, work on yourself in the spring, because we only get a certain number of springs, because the fall and winter are coming. And if you're not prepared for them, you will be begging. Now, third life lesson is learn how to nourish and protect your crops all winter. So all those seeds you sow, whatever word makes sense for the past tense of sow. You gotta work and protect, man. You gotta nourish, you gotta water, you gotta protect it, because all good will be attacked on this earth. All good will be attacked. It's just a statement of fact. It's not a feeling. It's not an opinion. It is fact. All good will be attacked. All values must be defended. People are coming, bro. People are coming. Don't just hide. Learn how to fight. Get in the fight. Stop being on the fray. Jump in the shits. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just do it. Nike was brilliant when they put that out. Thank God they did. Just do it. Check. You gotta prevent the intruder from taking the goods, man, because they're coming. And they're coming for you hard, and they're smart. And just for another little reiteration, don't argue with stupid people, because they're gonna pull you down to your level and pull you down to their level and beat you with experience. And they will. And you'll be fucking miserable, because you just got beat by a dummy. Anyway, the fourth life lesson, though, is learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. Learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. The seeds that you sowed in the spring are going to come to harvest in the fall. It's going to be a good harvest or it's going to be a bad harvest. If it's a good harvest, brag unapologetically, because you did the work and you deserved it. If it's not, don't complain, because you didn't do the work and you don't deserve it. It's again, fucking simple and brilliant. So accept full responsibility for what you get, because it's a direct result from what we heard earlier. Accept responsibility for what you get, because what you have, you attracted by the person you became. Like, again, simple, contrite, boom. Reap without apology, man. It's not easy, but it is the best. So reap without apology if you did well, and reap without complaint if you didn't, because you did it to yourself. Cool. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Again, man, these statements, man. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Peace, guys.